I know a lot of people, when they find out that I've lost 103 pounds, they get super excited. They ask me, what did you do? Uh, did I take a pill? What diet was I on? Did you have surgery? No, I did not have surgery. There is no pill. There is no powder. There is no diet. There is nothing. The only thing I did was I learned how to eat right and I learned how to bust my ass in the gym. Um, the funny thing is 103 pounds to me is low. My highest weight in 2007 was 330 pounds on record. After I hit that, I quit weighing myself. In 2011, I got down to 195 pounds. I lost 135 pounds. But that is where my medical story started. I do have a blog. It's called My Medical Nightmare that I actually had posted back in 2012. And I went through a lot of medical issues that it took 3 years to finally find out what was really going on. Some of my side effects were sweating. We didn't understand why I was having sweating underneath my arms. It got so bad that I actually met with a doctor to see about getting Botox. And they put me on medication for the sweating that sometimes it didn't really work, but it helped a little bit. That's why my mouth gets really dry. And so that's why. I started having issues with my sugar. I couldn't drink caffeine. I couldn't, every time I ate, I started getting a reactive hypoglycemia. So after I eat, my sugar would get up to 100 and then it would just plummet down to like 160 within an hour. I started having issues with my leg swelling. I have a big red patch on my leg and had to do biopsy to figure out what was going on. Basically, they found out that my body was going through a thyroid storm, but we didn't know why. It started throwing a lot of my labs off. My leg was swelling. It had the red spot. I went through 6 leg surgery to try and correct the swelling. And I kept joking with the doctors that you're going to find this itty bitty tumor somewhere. And it became a joke. But in 2012, I started having issues with my heart. My heart started beating really crazy, and it started getting really scary. It would start just beating wildly to the point where I would just pray, please just wake up in the morning. Just wake up in the morning. It got really scary. Then my weight started gaining. In 2012, in June 2012, I gained 5 pounds. Not a big deal, but I know that I shouldn't have gained that. Then the next month, I gained 20 pounds. So from June of 2012 to November 2012, I ended up gaining 75 pounds. So 103 pounds was great, but it was not 135. In October, my doctor actually sat me down after I had a CAT scan, and he put his hand on my arm and, was patting my shoulder, trying to comfort me because he finally told me they found 2 tumors. I guess he was just thinking that I was going to be scared. I wasn't. Funny as it is, I think I scared the poor guy because I jumped up and I was just like, where? Where are they? I had so many questions because I knew there had to be something wrong. For 2 years, I kept telling them I'm not crazy. I'm not eating, all this crazy food because gaining 75 pounds in such a short time, I'm telling the doctors I can't be 300 pounds again. I'm not eating chocolate covered fried chicken dipped in ranch. There's no reason that I should be gaining this weight. And so the heaviest I got was 275 in November, the day of surgery. The doctors got to where they would hide my weight from me. So I just happened to see that, and she kept moving it. So I don't actually know how much I gained. But in October, the doctor, he sent me to the surgeon. One of the tumor, well, 2 of them, they were piggybacking each other. The largest one was the size of a softball. The other one was the size of a golf ball. They were starting to press on my spine, so I started having issues with my leg because I guess the nerve, when I'd look down, I'd almost pass out, which is crazy. Why would I do that? And she told me that we were going to have emergency surgery. It was going to be in 3 weeks because it was such a large tumor and they had to get ready. So November 15th, they ended up having surgery. Within the 3 weeks that they discovered it to surgery, she told me that it was no longer the size of a golf ball and a softball. It had grown to the size of a cantaloupe and a softball. She had told me that if they would not have found it when they did, they would have found it in autopsy. My heart would have gave out. She said that the tumor would have completely consumed you, and they would have found it in autopsy. Because again, my heart was just beating so wildly, it got so scary. The second they removed the tumors and I woke up, my heart was back to normal. It didn't beat crazy anymore. There were no flutters anymore. It was no longer scary. I knew I was going to be okay. I didn't expect the tumors to be so large. They were non-cancerous. Every 6 months, I have to go back and get checked because the type of tumors they are, if they miss any bit of it, even one cell, it can grow back. And next time it grows back, it could be cancerous. So they removed my ovary. It was completely devoured, she said. And then they removed the tumors. Um, Ever since then, I started to try and work to lose this weight again. When you get from 330 pounds to 195, back up to 275-ish, I'm now 227. So I'm a little over halfway from what I gained. I'm trying to get back to at least my lowest, which was still not even my goal. So when people tell me that losing weight, oh, for you it must be easy, you have no idea. I will post a blog, a link to my story, and feel free to look at it. Thank you.